Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, everybody listening to the Independent Corner. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I believe our guest is on the line right here. Let me bring her on. Hello, Hannah, are you on?
Yes, I am. Hi, Jonathan.
Okay. Hey, how are you doing? This is, everybody, this is Hannah Pederson, right? Is that how you pronounce your last name? Okay. We normally have like a pre-talk, but apparently Blog Talk wanted to not let you in for a little bit, so I don't know why. But anyway, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First of all, you're welcome. For a lot of people who don't know, Hannah was just on Supernatural, I guess 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yes, it was. It aired two weeks ago, yeah.
It aired 2 weeks ago, and it was one of the last episodes of this, until the mid-season finale or whatever. So, but first of all, how did you get into, before we go into all that stuff, which, trust me, there will be a lot of questions about Supernatural, so just be prepared. But
okay.
First of all, how did you get into acting?
Well, if you asked my family, they would say I was born an actor because I'm the youngest, and I'm quite dramatic and quite the performer just within my family. But I graduated, as soon as I graduated high school, I signed up for an acting program in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I truthfully randomly signed up for it last minute, and I went because it was a singing, acting, and dancing program, and I had no idea there was a focus on acting whatsoever. I just was mainly going for the singing and the dancing, and I can honestly say that acting just swept me off my feet. I had no idea that I would love it so much. I was fascinated by everything that acting is, and the character work and the compassion and everything that it involves to learn about different characters and to tell stories. So yeah, it was quite a surprise. My family says they weren't surprised at all, but I was definitely swept off my feet by it.
Well, I guess now, was it like a lot of theater work that you did to start with?
Yes, definitely. There was a focus on film as well, and yeah, both. It's definitely both.
Well, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer film or theater better?
I don't think it's necessarily one or the other that I prefer. They definitely artistically challenge me in complete different ways. I at first found theater not as challenging as film, because film you will redo the same scene several times, and you have to stay there, and then you have to bring different options, and you have to go in and out of the moment and in and out of the moment. Whereas in theater, when you walk onto the stage, you stay in the story until the story's done. And so I did find film definitely more challenging, but I think that's what drew me to it more because I'm competitive, and I love to challenge myself as an artist and as an actor. And yeah, so I would definitely say they both, I love them both, but it just depends on the season and what story is being told, and yeah.
What kind of acting techniques do you use?
I was trained with the Meisner technique. I don't know if you've heard too much about it.
Or Meisner? Or is that what you...
Yeah. Meisner.
So you're more method.
Pardon?
I said, are you more method?
No, Meisner is kind of, it's based off Stanford Meisner, who worked at the neighborhood playhouse in New York, and it's a technique that's based off of listening and answering truthfully within imaginary circumstances. So I definitely, for most of my acting, just use Meisner, and then depending on the role or if there's some more challenging content or anything like that, I will pull in from definitely different techniques in order to get where I need to get with the character or emotionally, or yeah.
Now, you said before, you said your family is have they been pretty supportive of a lot of your film and television work?
Yes, they have been so supportive. I feel very blessed to have parents who have supported me through everything and are so proud and excited, just as excited and emotional as I am when I book a role or don't book a role. They're in it with me, and I am so thankful for that.
What was what was your first breakout role?
Well, with theater, I I did a show, Godspell, the musical Godspell, and within this show, I was Joanna, and Joanna had to sing and dance and act and do circus work. So for me, I felt as if that was like my first challenging breakout role in a professional theater in Calgary, and it definitely felt like my first big role, I guess you could say.
Okay. What about in film?
In film, it would be Supernatural, or also Evelyn's Window, which I filmed just 2 weeks before I filmed Supernatural. And it is a short film, but the cast that I was working with have been working. These actors are incredible, and they have been working for years and in Vancouver and all over. And I felt so incredibly blessed to be working with them because they were so good. Our first read-through with Eric Breaker, he is the other lead in this story, and in our first read-through, I'm bawling during the script and as my character, and it's such a beautiful story, and the cast is so fantastic. I wish I could fully express how great they were, but every single one of them were just so lovely to work with and inspired me and challenged me to just become a better actor, I guess.
Okay. Now, have you also done music videos as well?
Have
you been in music videos?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think back. No, I have not.
I guess that's something that one day maybe you'll be in.
Yeah, I would love to, because I sing and write as well, so that would be really fun.
Are you planning on recording an album at some point?
I would love to. I truly would love to. I'm kind of planning on recording an EP within the next year of just a couple songs that I've been writing over the past 5 years, I would say. So I'm just waiting until I feel that they're perfect and ready to be recorded.
Right. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now let's go right into Supernatural, because that's going to probably take up a good amount of the time, actually. But how did you get the part of Barb in the show, in the episode?
Well, I auditioned, as I guess it's most standard. I have actually auditioned for Supernatural a couple times, and so it's a very comfortable room. I love the casting director, and I felt very comfortable going into the room. I connected with the character of Barb. the story is so sad, and in the day of filming, like, the director said to me right before we went to shoot, he said, this is it. This is everything, your whole entire life. It's done. Like, this is your breaking point. And then he walked away from me, and instantly I was like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness.
No pressure there.
So sad. Well, I didn't necessarily feel pressure. I just instantly, my friends refer to me as a 5-year-old very often, because I just am quite in tune, I guess, with my imagination. And I was already in character and everything when he was saying that to me, so it was just really easy to go there, I guess, for what was needed for the script. But yeah, so it was a standard process, audition, and I actually saw the two other captured, my fiance in the episode and my friend. We actually were all at the audition together, and we kind of saw each other there, and I knew Tiara Scovey before, and so she was a friend that we actually got to film the episode together with. And yeah, it was really fun because we all met in the audition room before, and it's always exciting to see who actually gets the parts, and we all connected, and then we were all there on the day, and it was really fun.
When did they actually shoot that episode?
I do not know that exact date. I would have to look up my call sheets and everything. Probably, I'd say, a couple months ago.
Oh, wow. So they're, okay,
yeah.
So it's not like they don't shoot it like in the summer or earlier in the summer and then have them all ready by, like, it's like they shoot a couple months before.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
now, like, what, because, you're the first Supernatural, guest star or anybody who's ever been on that show. You're the first one I've ever had as a guest, so, just so you know. So I'm always, like, I'm a huge fan of the show, and, so it's always really cool to, like, know about, like, what's it like on a day on the set of the show, or at least for the, I think, were you there for a day or were you there for longer?
No, yeah, I was longer than a day. It was a few days, a couple days of filming. It was honestly a very great experience. Walking onto that set everyone was so welcoming, from every single crew member that was there to every single cast member. They've been working together for a long time, and they're so good at what they do, and they have this incredible connection and chemistry, all of them, and it was definitely a privilege to walk on set and get to be a part of it for a couple days and join in the magic that they create. They are so talented and kind individuals, and it was such a great experience.
Well, I've seen, like, bloopers of them a lot and stuff, and I know Jensen likes to joke around on set.
Yeah.
I know you had, like, you were in a dungeon, basically, with him. What was he like to work with?
He was so lovely. He is quite funny. Yeah, he was great. He's very witty and quick, and he was very witty and quick with a lot of the crew, which was so funny because they know each other so well, all of them. And sometimes I would just, from an outside point of view, just laugh because everything they're saying is just so quick and funny that it was really great to be there and to just laugh with them. And yeah, it was really fun. He's really fun.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like a lot of those guys all know each other real well, so they can joke on each other or just have fun and say whatever. And I'm guessing, as that they try to make everybody who, even if they're just there for a day part or for longer or whatever, how many? So you said you were there for basically you were there for a day, or were you there for 3 days, did you say?
I think I was there for 2. I'm pretty sure it was 2 days.
2 days.
Of filming, yes.
So,
yes.
Well, that's cool. How many, like, from like, do you ever look at it, like, do you ever look outside of being an actor and kind of, like, look around and notice other things, like the crew doing things or anything like that when you're acting, or are you just in the zone?
I try to stay very open. It really depends. It depends on the intensity of the scene. I spent a lot of time in that script and a lot of time with the role of Barb and discovering her and being her, and I found that I was able to jump in and out quite quick with her character, and so I was able to enjoy myself, as Hannah on set as well as with her character. And I found everyone there is obviously a professional, and everyone was kind of doing the same. We'd have good conversation and while sitting in our chairs, and then you get called set, and it was just everyone was in the zone. We were able to get there right away because everyone's believing it. So we all just go there. It's a commitment thing. Like when I said, the director told me, he looked me in the eyes and he said, "This is your breaking point." I went there because for me, it's also an amount of respect, especially for a show that's been going on for so long and is well respected and has so many fans and people love the show, that you're prepared and you're ready to go there and tell the story that needs to be told, because it's not exactly about you in the moment, you know what I mean? It's about the story. Right. So I think it was easy to just go there when we needed to go there and tell the story, and then, also enjoy our time on set.
Now, were you already a Supernatural fan yourself, or were you just knowledgeable about the show?
I started watching Supernatural when I first moved to Vancouver. I did that with all the shows that are filming here to educate myself, to get the tone of the show and know, what I'm auditioning for. But when I started watching Supernatural, I was always laughing out loud. And even when I first got the script for the role of Barb, I read that script, I do not know how many times, many, many times, and I laughed out loud every single time I read it. I think the writers are excellent. They're so great. And so, yeah, I started watching it for professional reasons, and I did fall in love with it. I do enjoy watching it.
You got to keep the script, too, right? Did you get anybody of the cast and crew to sign it?
No, I didn't. I didn't really find it necessary, I guess.
Some people do, some people don't. I understand both sides.
Yeah, totally. Definitely. If you're a huge fan and whatever, right? You don't even need a reason. But I don't know. I honestly didn't even think of it. I just was enjoying myself in the moment, and then I told them all goodbye and hope to work with them one day soon.
Did you get pictures on the set or anything?
No, I don't believe that I did.
Were they allowed,
no, I don't think
or
I did.
was it? It wasn't allowed or anything? Or?
Yeah, most sets that I've been on, you're not allowed to be taking photos and posting them on social media for obvious reasons. So I just don't even really keep my phone and take photos while I'm on set. I just get the stills or the photos, screenshots later from the episode.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you said you also auditioned before for the show. Do you know what parts exactly you had auditioned for?
It was about a year ago. I auditioned for, I have no idea.
You don't remember the character?
So hard. It's so hard, right? Because you audition often and all these different character names, and you spend 30 hours learning about this person and becoming this person, but when it's hard to remember every single character that you learned about. So I didn't want to lie and make up some name. I have no idea.
Is there a show that, are there other shows in that area that you've also auditioned for but unfortunately have not been able to get?
Yes, so far, but they're still airing, so there's always more auditions.
Fingers crossed, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a show you really, really hope that you can be a part of?
I actually thoroughly enjoy everything that's filming here right now, so I would consider it an honor to be on any of the other series here. A definite dream role for me is the role of a lawyer or a cop in any show. I'm fascinated by cops. If I'm in a coffee shop and a cop walks in, I try so hard to not just stare and watch them. The behavior and the way they have to live their lives and the way they hold themselves is so fascinating to me. And before I knew that I was going to be an actor, I was quite interested in law. So it's definitely a dream role for me, is to be somehow involved in the legal system as an actor.
Right. Yeah. I mean, are there a lot of shows, because I'm not as familiar with Canada's work, a lot of their shows, except for the ones that are aired in America. But are there a lot of cop shows and lawyer shows out there as well that we don't get here in the United States?
I'm not really sure if they are aired in the U.S. I'm under the impression that they are. I know there's a lot of sci-fi in Vancouver, which is very fun. And within a lot of their series, there's always roles of cops or lawyers, depending on the episode or where the storyline is going. But there definitely is opportunity for that in Vancouver, for sure.
Oh, that's cool. So what would be a dream movie that you'd like to be involved in?
A dream movie. I would love to tell the story of a woman with dementia. I know it's kind of out of nowhere, but I find dementia and brain illness quite heartbreaking, and I'm just very interested in it. I have a grandmother who has dementia, and I've been researching the age of which an individual can develop something like dementia. And there's a woman who developed it at the age of 30, which is so uncommon. And so I just want to tell stories, tell stories that haven't been told before and inspire people and I don't know, just open people's eyes to different ways of life and to understand those different ways of life and the way people, it's getting the opportunity to live in someone else's shoes and share. And so there's not exactly a movie that I'm I want to be in this for sure. I love action films. I love romantic comedies. I probably watch 3 romantic comedies a week. So that would always be so fun. It's really anything. It's just telling stories. It's what I'm so passionate about and love and hope to do for the rest of my life.
Well, I mean, Supernatural is more of a horror thing. Were you ever really into horror movies or horror shows or anything?
Growing up, I honestly, if you would mention any scary or horror movie, I'd be like, oh no, I haven't seen it. I attempted to watch horror films, but I I couldn't handle the horror. I would, to be a part of it would be so fun, and depending on the script and the story, I would definitely be interested in being a part of a horror film for sure. But I have not watched many horror films due to my extreme sensitivity and great imagination. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Well, now to go back to Barb, putting yourself into that situation where you're, as you said, you're not really, like that, your imagination kind of plays tricks with you or whatever. Was it kind of easy for you to kind of just become that scared, timid, character that you like? Is that what you would prefer? Yeah, is that what you would like say the character was?
I definitely just filling in the blanks of her story, her relationship with her fiance, how long they've been dating, and this perfect little world that she lived in, that I lived in for the time, and then being ripped away from it, the horror and the fear that's attached with that it's definitely easily felt. I connected well with it, and like I said, as soon as John McCarthy, the director, looked me in the eyes and said, "This is your breaking point," as Barb, like, this is my breaking point, and even as Hannah or any individual, it really hits you. Like, that scene when I'm scratching my nails down the wall, it's that moment of no hope, like no hope is left, and I'm going to die. And yeah, it's not so fun, but it was definitely, I definitely felt like that for that time of filming. It was real.
All right. Well, we have about 3 minutes left. So, is there any projects that we didn't mention that you wanted to mention?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it will be in the States. I'm not 100% sure, but the screening of Evelyn's Window, the short that I was telling you about earlier, it airs this Friday. And then if it does go to the States, I'll be for sure to let you know. And I know it will be hitting the film festival circuit in 2014 for sure in Canada. But yeah, if it goes there, I'm going to for sure be like, hey, Jonathan, you need to check it out. It's such a lovely story. So if it gets on mine, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I want to see you in something much, also bigger and, a different character as well. So that's really cool.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Is there anything, like any advice that you'd like to bestow upon, aspiring actors or actresses? Yeah,
I would say believe in yourself. Believe in yourself more than anyone else can, because at the end of the day, sometimes other people won't. So you need to truly believe in yourself and be confident in yourself and the fact that you have these dreams on your heart, because they're there for a reason.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you. It was wonderful chatting with you, and definitely let me know about that stuff, and I'll post it on my Facebook and let people know when even tell me when the screenings are happening, I'll repost it on Facebook and let people know because I have a lot of friends in Canada as well, believe it or not. So, they can come check out the short film as well. So thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
All right. You have a great night.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right, everybody. That was Hannah Pederson. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Check me out tomorrow night when I'm going to be interviewing Chris Notarilli once again, interviewing him about some of the upcoming Blinky Productions films, and hope you enjoyed the show. Bye.